one comes along today. Hopefully some people will. And my hope is I'll be able to get a good run started. Got a vague idea of what I'm looking for as well, so hopefully be able to get something good going today. Now all I've got to do really is hope I get a decent wand and stuff at some point. Although I am a little rusty. I haven't played in about a week, so not entirely sure how I'll be doing this. I'd like to hope that I won't die too badly or anything. I do have the extra votes on still, I have turned a few of them off. But yeah, most of the votes are still in here, so I will have to worry about that if people come along, or if people don't, I might just get it randomly. Just something will go horribly wrong. Fireball thrower. Hardly the best, could certainly be worse. I think I saw some money drop into there. No, must just been that bit, which I only just missed. It timed out there. Well, not seeing any ones or anything, which is a little concerning. Another fiery guy down there. Also a little bit on the concerning side. I think I'll probably go grab the Emerald Tablet if I can. I do think that's what it's called anyway, the little green tablet by the lava lake. Oh, I've got a chest. Lovely, some extra money. There's a wand down here as well. How easy is that going to be to get to? Supposedly not too easy, so I'll just drop a bomb. Say it's worth using a bomb to get a wand. Especially in the first stage, when I don't have a wand yet. By the looks of it, it should be a relatively decent shuffle wand. Yeah, it's got some good stats on it. Not the best spell, but I can certainly use it. Could also work quite well against Steve if I need to. Do I want to just go down to the next floor with this and then stick some magic bolts on it? I'm somewhat tempted to do that. I'd like to try and get a better spell, but I don't know if that's actually going to be all that likely to happen. Yeah, I can't get through there. Bit of a weird layout I've been given this time. I'll be fine enough when I come back up if I've got a digging wand, but it's hardly the easiest area to navigate. I've got a fair amount of money. If I don't see another wand and I get below 50 health, I will just probably go into Holy Mountain. Also somewhat depends on what it gets voted for. If I get a Steve spawning on me, that would hardly be great this early on. I'm tripping out, better than DC Rain. I will hardly complain. Okay, I'm still above 50 health, so I'm going to keep exploring. See, that went relatively well. There's a lot of these guys as well, so that's plenty of money I've just got. Yeah, I'm at over 800 now. I'll probably just grab this wand and keep going. That's actually a pretty good wand as well. Not quite as good in base stats, but it's non-shuffle, so I'll definitely keep it around. Yeah, I'm going to stay in the lower levels, just so I can jump into Holy Mountain if I need to. So if stuff does go horribly wrong, there's still a chance I could just die instantly. Now there's a wand up there. How would I get up? Up here it would seem. Not quite here. Can I use that to get through? Yes I can. And I'm on fire. Comes a torch. Torch, I'd say is worthwhile. No, I'm gonna need to leave it. I can't afford to really leave any of the other ones. I'll just go into Holy Mountain. And I'll take the extra health. We've got a luminous drill. It's not the best luminous drill, but it'll do. Somewhat tempts to take bubble spark. The extra damage on it can be nice. Definitely take a luminous drill. I'm gonna need some way to dig later. So how does this look currently? Yeah, it's got mana to spare. Very quick look at perks. Yeah, none of them are all that great. Just contact damage? No. Seems if someone messed up the formatting though. It doesn't actually say what these are. I believe that one is turn vomits into rats. This one's bouncing spells, of course. I can't remember if that's repelling field or if that's contact damage. Yeah, it just doesn't have a name. Okay, that's projectile repulsion field, so that one must be contact damage. Which isn't good. Now, this is a new one. Could definitely be interested in taking this. Solely because it's new. I think invisibility will do me better though. And a new one. Always cast a freeze charge, it's non-shuffle. I'll take it over that. Fires 5 spells at once. Yeah, no. I don't think I want to do too much with it. They add Castellan. Apparently I wasn't aware that was a thing. Do I want this as my wand for now? Hardly great. Don't really have much else to take in its place though, so I guess I'll stay like that. That one's not actually going to be useful at any point, it's not got good enough stats. It's nice having an always cast, but that one's going to get binned, I'd imagine. So I'll turn this non-shuffle into a bomb wand for time being. And that'll probably be me. Don't have any polymorph, so just to activate the earthquake thing and be on my way. I'm assuming there was some kind of firefly or something around there where Receive Oil fell down. I can see there has been a worm in this area. Not a large worm, mind you. Could be of interest if I could find some worm blood. There's another one down there I think I saw for a split second. I'd imagine an enemy's picked it up. Let's see. Where was that wand I saw? Can't even get to where I think it was. I think it was around here. Yeah, it was around there. It's now here. Alright. It's not better than this wand, sadly. I'll leave that be. Well, to fungal caverns then. Not had anyone show up just yet, but I still have my hopes. I mean, I did lose my everything run, sadly. So I'm not too surprised people wouldn't be coming in when they just see me walking around the caverns and all that. And here we are in the fungal caverns. Can't quite enter right there. And I'm on fire. And now I'm not. Oh boy, fireball thrower again. There we are. Did that teleporty guy die? I don't see his body, so I'm going to assume no. That he's still around this area somewhere. I think I saw on the bottom left a wand, yeah. Potentially interesting wand. Oh, that's interesting. Concentrated mana, because it eats through metal, just destroyed that robot. It makes sense, but I wasn't aware that had been added into the game. Good max mana, not much else. Take some concentrated mana. Here we are. That's my hotbars sorted somewhat. Oh, that's not a fun time. There's a giant hellworm around. Can I get anywhere a bit safer? Hopefully. Yeah, okay, up here it seems the polymorphed in the range. Just gonna keep heading up then. It's a flamethrower one, yeah. Don't know what my chances really are here at surviving. Keep doing this. Well, it's a lot on the boring side. I should survive, yeah. It's a bunch of acid and fire. Stay a bit further away than normal. Looks like I need to bomb my way inside. There's a good place to put a bomb. Probably say in there. Yeah, I've managed to wedge it. Oh, there's a chest as well. With a little hut I can put down. Comes with chainsaw, I'll take it over my empty one. I think polymorphs are out at this point. Yeah, it seems enemies are no longer polymorphed. It's not particularly great, that one either. There'll be a lot of ones around here, I would think. That should be fine. That guy shouldn't be. What a splitter man. What does that guy do? It looks like the shielding bolts almost, but it might be healing. Okay, he wasn't healing, because that thing just died after one more hit. Wonder what his bolts did. Maybe they drain mana? Always cast of. Is that fly swarm? Okay, that did not go well. I am pretty much dead. Let's put down this house quickly. I can get into good spot for it anyway. Just into a somewhat open area. Guess down here might work, despite that being where I just was with all the acid. Ah, hey John, what's good to see you again. Did have a really nice run going on before. Sadly, it's somewhat not going so well now. Although I do have a better idea of where everything is. When you've scattered my gold, how lovely. I wonder if they fixed this. Last time I played this in my everything front where I just had like really powerful stuff of all kinds going on. If you picked up all of the scattered gold, you'd actually double the gold you had in the first place. Also, I should really check. I think messages came up there. when you type something in, but they should also be coming up on the stream around there. So I'm gonna quickly need to see what's going on. That's all good. Yeah, stream overlay seems to be working. However, I can't disable it in run for the one just in the corner, so I'll just leave the in-game one on. I want to just go down to a holy mountain. I haven't actually found anything good, so I'm kind of hesitant. I don't want to die though. Well, if I do die, I wouldn't be losing too much, because like I say, I haven't found anything too great. This is not a good spot to be in. That's sort of gives you blindness, I believe, down there. Yeah, I might just run away from them for now. As much as I'd love to stay and have that guy just murder me, I don't think it's in my best interests. And I've backed myself into corners, I don't even have a choice now. Should be able to get them if I'm careful here. There we go. And I see you're voting to turn everything into cheese. The best of the votes, as I'm sure everyone can agree, unless we're lactose intolerant. Now, to get into this wand, I think Bubble Spark should be good enough. Oh, and that set fire to something. I'm assuming that was a potion of fire I passed up. I didn't actually have much of a look. I assumed it was oil. Is that wizard not catching the fire, or is it simply because he's flying? I think it might be because he's flying, like nothing's happening. Ah, hey Luna. Good to see you. I've got a fun always casting this. I don't know how it's going to work. I forgot to mention that to you, John Watson. Yeah, maybe the wizard was wet or something. I'm not too sure. But this is going to be interesting, having this. It's a very peculiar always cast. I'm not entirely sure how it works, to be honest. But we'll have to see. Yeah, they don't seem to want to attack anything. Do they just get in the way of enemy projectiles? Is that what they do? Also, what's this thing I've just picked up? That's completely new. Is this just lore? Have they added lore into the game? In their weird runic language? It might have, you know. I mean, one thing they did do, if I show you quickly, is they've somehow ruined some of the perks and descriptions. So I think this one is contact damage, but I don't actually know, so I'm not going to take it. I mean, it is the beta branch, so I'm not too annoyed or anything. It's to be expected that it's not going to work 100% of the time. Blood Mist with an electric charge. Does that just make a lightning cloud, pretty much? That's something to try out at some point, but not today, because that's a terrible wand in all other regards. An extra health. Perfect. Okay, flies, will you do something today? No. They're still just getting in the way of everything. I don't know if the flies are bugs or if they're supposed to do what they're doing. But they're really not doing much. And some totally normal ducks I see. Do I want this wand over this wand as my shuffle? Or non-shuffle wand? I don't think I do, I'll be honest. It's got more slots, but it's a fair bit slower. It's got less max mana. Yeah, I'll leave it be. Does anything happen if I throw that? No? If I kick it? No, it's just a book. Nothing fancy about it. Do have a seed box up there though. Wonder what kind of powder's inside. Ah, and they've ruined the name of that as well in the files. It's just called blank. Doesn't even say what's inside. I mean, beta branch, it's fine enough. Not as if it's going to ruin the game or anything. It's a shame, unstable teleporting. If that was regular teleporting, we could have done something fun further in. And I think I'll probably just run from those guys. I don't reckon I stand too much of a chance. Ah, and a shielding ghost, thank you very much. Should have cleared out most of the enemies on my way back. In fact, no, I won't have. Yeah, I've got polymorph earlier, so I just ran past them. Black hole wand, what do I want to replace? I kind of need that as my high damage wand right now, despite it being utterly terrible. I want ditch that always cast of flies. I mean, flies don't seem to do anything. I'm not sure what they're supposed to do, but I haven't seen them actually do much of use, other than just get in the way of a few enemy bullets. I'll just leave that. Another thing they've added by the way, Volpina, is when I came across this the first time, there's a concentrated mana potion just here, and in there, next to it, there was one of the robots. Concentrated mana now just works like lava to things made of metal, which would make sense, seeing as it does eat through metal. I don't remember that happening before, but that makes me think there might be other enemies it works on. Got plenty of peat there. I might make my way to another holy mountain. Nah, I can get into this one, imagine. Ah, and you're giving me max health, thank you very much. That's weakness to explosions, I believe weakness to projectiles. Yeah, they've somewhat messed up that as well then. I don't know what they've done, just I need to try and remember what all these things do from previously. Anyway, that's now my digging wand. I want to try and make a non-shuffle wand that actually does something useful. I've not got anything to put together to make anything useful. think I'll need to rely on this one, as much as I don't want to. Or specifically spell from it, because Chain Bolt is, in my opinion, one of the best standalone spells for fighting. And that's something I've picked up before, I think. Yeah, I've picked it up before. I can't for the life of me remember what it is. I'll probably just take... I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really want faster projectiles right now. Covered in slime, I appreciate it. Quickly go wash that off. Do I take one which doesn't have a description or anything? See how horribly wrong it goes. Sure. Ah, I remember now. It gives you 2 random perks. So I have homing shots and resistance to explosions. Resistance is not immunity. Could certainly have been better. Do I want to try and dig my way out? No, I can't fight Steve right now. I could dig through, then just run from Steve. No, I'm just gonna avoid it. Can't fight Steve, I won't stand a chance in the next area. Oh? Is that supposed to happen when you hover over it? I don't remember that happening before. Never did it before though, I don't think. So these are a set of diaries, maybe? Journal logs, whatever you'd call it. Does this one decipher itself as well then? It does. I was unaware. It's interesting. Well, I'll keep that in mind for in the future. Can Spark Bolt dig? It can. That's handy. That's a sniper down there, I believe, trying to shoot me as I take a look at this one. Chances are I'll probably take this one over that one. It's got better cast delay. Recharge time's not as good, it has an extra slot, better mana charge speed and such. What is that? Haystale? It is. Don't normally just come around to, or come across that even, just lying around. I love Haystale, it just makes you so incredibly fast, you don't know what's going on. That's Invisibilium. Would potentially be interesting if it didn't have invisibility perk. Is that another Kami? Yes it is. You know, I'll hover over this for a second. If you want to read it yourself, go ahead, I'm going to drop it. That should give you plenty of time to pause if you want to. I've gotten stuck briefly, there we go. And yeah, there's nothing exciting up here. Chaotic Polymorphine though. Do I want to drop my concentrated mana for that? I'm tempted. Chaotic Polymorphine means I'll be able to make my way out of the Holy Mountains. Any luck. Without triggering the whole collapsingness of it. So I'll be able to revisit it. everything has been made into whiskey. That's water in here. I do have a bottle of water. I don't know why I went out of my way to find a pool. Oh well. Don't question my pro moves. I'm clearly an expert at this game. Okay. So homing basically means this is auto aim if there's an enemy all that close to me. It's interesting. It creates a projectile in front of me then. And then from there it chains. It's interesting to know. And I'm not finding much around here, and I don't think I particularly want to be going into the Magic Temple. Yeah, no, I don't fancy my chances in there being all that great for survival. I also believe my perks have rearranged themselves slightly at some point. I remember homing being on the bottom before. Don't know quite what prompted that to happen. Okay. It's the wrong one I used. I meant to use this one. Try and dig my way into here. That says freeze charge on it. That's going to be a bit of a nuisance with the water. There we go though. Your guess is as good as mine, I've never seen that before. What is that spell? Place your bets now. Will it kill me when I test it out? What we know is it deals some damage, has explosion radius on it, has extra spread and only costs 10. Thinking it might be a variation of the firework by the little projectile looking thing on it. Well, it could be some kind of dandelion thing, like there's that mushroom spell. It's dandelion thing. Ah, god, that's not fun. Yeah, it's got Withering Curse on it, I forgot about that part. Are those just homing projectiles I can fire out? I'd imagine they're not homing normally, but because I've got the homing perk, they'll just chase after enemies. That's actually a really nice spell. It's a shame I've got no idea what it's called. Doesn't seem to want to go into the water though. Or any liquids, not necessarily water. So we've got Berserkium, urine, pheromone, bit of polymorphine, so I'm not going to bother jumping in there. Yeah, this is a bizarre spell. I can't say it's the most useful. It certainly looks fancy though. Able to get into there. I left my concentrated mana, didn't I? It's not going to be something I can use to get in. Do they do anything? No, they just cause me to explode because of my revenge explosion. Do those count as actual physical entities? I don't think they do. No. So that's a spell entity. So it's not going to block any projectiles, but it will damage enemies. Now before I jump into Holy Mountain, I do want to get my little healing hut down. Here should be good enough. I hover about here. There we go, didn't get caught in any of the scenery. Oh no, my homing's somewhat ruining that. Although these can dig through wood. How'd I... There we go. Apparently if you've got Berserkim or something, you're able to attack those spells. Do they hit each other at that point? No. They seem to blow up on soft ground, but not harder materials. This is one weird spell. I really wish I knew what it was called and what it was supposed to do. Let's go a triple scatter spell. Didn't mean to throw that away. You now need to close your inventory to pick things up, so we've changed that around a wee bit. Assuming someone found a duplication bug. Are they dealing damage to themselves included in that? I think they might be. But yeah, this should work as a wand to fight things, hopefully. It's a really odd one. I can't say it's going to be the most useful. Yeah, I've seen that one before. I know what that is. Tempted to take Triplicate Bolt again, just because I love Triplicate Bolt, but I went with that the last time. I'm thinking that's... is it better crit damage? About that outline, that would just be the increased crits permanently in all your spells. I don't actually know though for this one. If I take it, I still won't know. Also, hovering over the perk that doesn't exist just... that doesn't have fun over there, does it? I'll probably just take the extra health. That'll do for now. That means I can buy Triplicate Bolt. So I'll replace that wand. And I'll give these a crit chance. And you've angered Steve. How does Steve feel about just these dandelion things? I mean, the duck doesn't seem to like them. Assuming I broke the chest at the same time there, which is why all this gold's just all over the place. Gave my things floating arc, that doesn't actually cost more. Push the castaway a bit too high though, so I'll leave it off. That should be enough to murder Steve, hopefully. Yeah, I will make them duck, don't worry, I just want to make sure I'm safe from Steve beforehand. There we go. Now where's that duck modifier? Here it is. That should now make all of them 3 or one of them 3? One of them 3. Is it just me, or did that add more spread once he became a duck? It's just me. Didn't mean to do that. This is going to be brilliant if I get this working. I'll give him a floating arc as well, might as well. It just means the ducks will never just fall into the ground. To stop them hitting the ceiling? No. Might keep it off then if they still hit the ceiling. Well, Steve's been angered already. So, am I all that fussed about not breaking the holy mountain? Not sure, I'll just use some chaotic polymorphine briefly. I will need to be careful with my chaotic polymorphine though. I'm not sure how the homing works from the perk. It might start homing on me afterwards. I really don't like Revenge Explosion. I don't know what just happened. But I do like that audio cut out briefly after having so many explosions just next to me. I don't know if it was supposed to, but if it was, that's a nice touch. When I started off the stream today, at no point did I think, oh yeah, I'm going to make a wand that just summons ducks to swarm the enemy. But here we are. You have ducks just floating around, and if there's enemies, they'll chase them. Even better, they have the Withering Curse on them. Meaning, even if a couple of them hit, that's the enemy pretty much guaranteed to die. Okay, Rage is a little on the concerning side. Because those ducks did have an explosion radius where damage terrain. So I'm not sure quite where that all applies. All the grounds disappeared again. That's just lovely. How are two of you doing, by the way? You both doing fine? I mean, personally, I'm doing mostly fine. But I'd be interested to see how you two are doing, if anything's going on with you at all, really. To be fair enough if not much is happening at all. I mean, there's not much able to happen right now. Yeah, these ducks are a little concerned. Ah, you're staying with your gran. Is that just so you can help look after her, or were you travelling then a new lockdown got put in place? I mean, either way, I'm sure she appreciates having the company. A lot of older people get quite lonely, but they just don't say it because they don't want to seem like they're reliant on other people. It's an older generation, older ones. Like my grandparents, they're pretty much not going to ask you for help at any point, even if they do need it, for whatever reason. Like, they'll ask you for stuff in order to do it themselves, but they'll not ask you to help out. Alright. Does the Revenge Explosion trigger whenever there's fire next to me? How does it work? Anyway, how about yourself, Luna? Much going on with you? And I ask you every week, there's never usually anything going on, but might as well check. A bit mean of me not to ask you as well. Ah, your sister's living with your grand, so she can get a place. Is she going to university around there, or something? Or is it just she's wanting to get out of the house, be a bit more independent and such? Because either one's fair enough. Like, I'm not really needing to move out from my parents for my university, although I am planning to probably move out at some point. Hoping to do it before too long, but who knows what's going to happen with the whole COVID and that. I'll be going into my third year of university after the summer, so I was thinking that I might try and get a place with some friends. Pretty sure the shop in this floor is on the other side. Am I bothered enough to go to the other side? No. I don't think I am. It's quite a large floor. Now I'll leave that health pickup. Ah, that's fair enough. Was she up in Scotland for university stuff? But then she couldn't go into uni, so she's getting a bit stressed because there wasn't anyone nearby she could really talk to her that she knew. So I know at least with my university they're a bit on the odd side. They had a bunch of just emails before the semester started saying, oh, we're going to be having online learning sessions, but we're also going to have like in-person things you can come along to. Why am I exploding? Is that one of my own things that hits? Anyway, yeah, my university was thinking they were going to have some in-person learning things. I went along to one. It's just you go in there, then you do the stuff you would be doing online, but on a computer in the university. Which is fair enough if people don't have a computer, but I had a bunch of people, I'd imagine, just moving up into Scotland from England or coming across from another country, thinking, oh, we're going to need to be coming into these. And then nothing actually happened from it. I do feel it was a bit scummy of them doing that. But what can you do? They do need to make their money at some point, even if it's not in a way that I really approve much of. Do I want to keep some of the scatter spells? I don't think I do. Now what might be interesting is adding triggers to all of these. If I go fight the boss in the desert temple, I should be able to do that. Do I want to go give that a shot? Somewhat. Ah. That's fair enough. If she's not used to it, then it could be a bit difficult. Although good for her for trying to help out. It's definitely something that's an admirable trait. I'm sure there's a lot of people who just didn't even consider their grandparents or anything during all this. Okay, that always casts me as somewhat useless, hasn't it? Save my triplicate bolts. Put the black hole in there. I do not have enough mana in that one. No, it costs 180, so I can use it if I put it into this one. There we go. Oh, and yeah, there would be teleporting, wouldn't there? There's that little eye thing. I'll switch those around. Anyway, I'm gonna go up to Desert Temple, try and get some triggers to put onto these, because I'd imagine that could be quite fun. Oh, if I don't actually have a good enough wand yet, might as well go down and beat the dragon. Shouldn't be too hard with this one. And that being the case, I might keep faster wands just for after fighting the dragon. If I get myself a good wand first, that'd definitely be handy. And yeah, we're in the jungle now. Got my healing ghosts to keep me topped up in health for the most part. If I get one shot by a dragon though, that's not going to be so useful. But yeah, these ducks should be doing plenty of damage at this point. Somewhat curious what damage type it is. Like, it says that it's just blast damage, but it doesn't seem to do the damage it says in the explosion, so I'm assuming that's just a digging explosion. Does that mean the rest of these are just standard projectile damage? I imagine it's most likely that's the case. Could be though that's melee damage. I believe much like the chainsaw, that considers itself damage per slice. Okay, what on earth is this one? It's plasma beam on bounce, I believe, that one. Can't quite remember. I don't think it's something I want though. Extra damage is tempting. I'll take it instead of this one, because that one's become somewhat useless. Now, do I survive the black hole? I do, just. Thank God I've got the healing ghosts to get me back up to health. Wasn't expecting it to pull me in from slightly outside the radius. I guess that radius only applies to where it's able to pull in debris. I don't know if that's the case, because I swear it pulls in stuff from slightly farther out. No, well, at the very least, I should be able to get to the dragon, and by the time I'm there I'll be on around full health. Be the mushroom dying zone. Yeah, there it goes. Now, does weakening curse no longer stack, I wonder? That does look like it stacks. Stacks slightly differently to before. I've got extra health in here. Glad I poked my head into this little chamber. Very useful. Am I powerful enough to take on the Lucky Cave? I don't think I am. Well, I'd love to get a Moon Raider. I think that's going to be much later on. Got one of those guys. Shouldn't be too bad this far through. I am relying on weakening curse, meaning enemies aren't dying all that quickly. I'll need to be careful of people like that who could do a lot of damage if they get a hit in. Should also be careful of that worm which I completely missed until it was next to my face. It seems to be gone for now though. quickly take a drink of water, then I'll go find the dragon cave. Oh, strength. That'll definitely be useful. And fighting the dragon will help me dig through into it. This rock's never in the right spot. Okay. I was not expecting that, I'll be honest. God, what on earth did strength do to that spell? I thought I could duck under that first duck, apparently not. It must have been one on the floor hidden under stuff. Yeah, so strength works bizarrely. Same with the Berserkium and Rage. I think strength works even more so bizarrely though. It says it's 4 times more powerful. I don't believe that for a second. Those projectiles, normally, would deal 5 damage on contact. I'd given it a damage modifier for an extra 10, so 15 damage on one of those projectiles. That 15 went to 200. How does that work? Yeah, that's been added in. Also, that radius is bizarre. Yeah, 4 doubles potentially. I mean, my guess is it increases the base damage, and then there's various calculations that go on behind the scenes to work out the actual damage. So because it increases the base damage, all those calculations afterwards maybe also get enhanced in some way by factoring in what should be the base damage. I don't understand how it works. It's a very Noita death though. I'll certainly give it that much. Oh, they've got a fungal spores first area. That's not going to be great. That means I can have those little melee splitter guys appearing. Bomb wand, that's good. Let's go get that emerald tablet. Should help farm a bit extra money in this first floor. Another thing I don't understand about that strength thing though is the radius of the little explosion for digging it does. Normally that'd be a tiny little radius, maybe 10 pixels out from where the entity was. How did that turn into something that covered the whole screen in its diggingness? Also seemed to increase the digging power when I was enraged with the rage thing you could do. Also, I shouldn't be fighting them, I'm just going to leave them alone. Maybe someone out there has actually done calculations behind it all and found out what the strength vote does. I'm not going to do it myself though, I can't be bothered figuring out how everything fits together. All I know is it probably shouldn't fit together quite the way it does. That one's been charmed, that's fine for now. He'll stop being charmed after a while, but hopefully by then he will have got himself killed by something else. There goes all the enemies. be a lot of money in here. It's a terrible idea normally to go jumping into fire on the first floor, but money is nice. Yeah, it's left me with 40 odd health. It's not very good. Another one down there. That's the best way to go. Okay, it seems there was a chest at some point there that drops a spell refresh. Spark Bolt with Trigger certainly can be useful as an early spell. If you put in a bond in its own, I think it triggers itself. No, it doesn't. It must only be the multicast spells that wrap around. Ah, the spell refresh, thank you. Okay, how does the Emerald Tablet deal with one of these? I missed. Lovely. It deals quite well with them actually. Got a weapon then. I missed again. I mean, I do have a line for aiming, I don't know how I'm missing so badly half the time. Just going to say it's because we keep jumping out of the way. It's nothing to do with my aiming. Ooh, I'm on 14 health. I should stop getting greedy. I'm just going to run away. There's a chest in there. I'll open that chest with a bomb or something. Then I'm just going to have to probably go to Holy Mountain. Always cast... is that bomb minecart? Yeah, bomb carts. Okay, I've lost my wand. That's not usable in any capacity now. Okay, I've got Spark Bolt with Trigger. That'll have to do if it's incredibly slow, like casting speed. Did I actually get into that chest? No, I didn't. I guess I'll use a magic missile. And it was a moon. No one likes the moon, it's useless. I don't think there's any reason you'd want to take it with you. Firestone, not much of a reason. It can be useful at times though. Then you've got electric stone, you can electrocute enemies. But why would you want the moon? The moon doesn't do anything. It attracts projectiles, but it also attracts your projectiles. So if you're using it defensively so the enemies can't hit you, you can't hit the enemies either. Unstable teleportium. Yeah, that's just Celtic polymorphine over there. Alright, anything in these ones? Triplicate bolt, and then we've also got chain bolt. Better wand this one. Better spell there for time being. What can I get in this area? Invisibility can be good. Do I want it? No, I'll reroll. And extra perk. Extra perk will be useful later on. Not so much now, but it will be useful. I can afford both of these ones then. Quickly save that. There we go. This should be decent, like, at range. That'll be better if I've got tight corridors and such. How does that work with ducks? It's just a teleporting duck. Well, I think I might just be moving very fast between them rather than actually teleporting. Couldn't quite say. Yeah, that's just a bunch of ducks. Everyone knows how that works. Anyway, it's a fungal cavern. Let's see if we can get something good. That guy had some ambrosium. That's a nuisance, because their ambrosium lasts far longer. Nah, I'll keep that one there. That'll be my emergency douse if I get set on fire or anything. Hastium, I'll dip my toes into. Ooh, we've got Limb Drill. Perfect. Not even a half bad wand. Yeah, that should do. Perfectly fine. Not for getting through magic temples, but I'll get through everything else. Everything is cheese. Just like is intended by someone, I'd imagine, out there. Imagine a doomsday weapon or something that just turns everything into cheese. That'd be a fun villain plan. I mean, that's a villain I can get behind, turning everything into cheese. As long as I'm not turned into cheese anyway. Don't know how I got into subject of doomsday weapons. Well, that's a bit of an odd one. Why is my brain immediately going there? There might be a wand over here. There's an empty pedestal, but it looks like a potion one. Where that would have gone. Maybe it was an item rather than a potion. Oh god, I don't know what dealt damage to me there. That dealt 80 damage, whatever that explosion was. I will take care of the duck, don't you worry. Just want to quickly look at some other wands first. Yeah, that one's not all that great. I'm not going to jump into frogs for that. Is this better? Yeah, this is better damage output. There we go. Duck is gone. And... oh no. I'm stuck. Yes, strength should not be giving this as big a digging radius as. Assuming it increases radius then, rather than diameter of the dig. That would somewhat make sense. It's 4 times the radius. Means 8 times diameter. That would probably cause it to make such a large explosion. Is it an explosion this causes? I don't know. I think it is. It would look like John wants his left though. I'm pretty sure Luna's just got this in the background while doing something. I might just be muted. Although he's voting. So that's fine enough. Do I want Magic Arrow? I do love Magic Arrow. I found that book again. Imagine that book just keeps reappearing in this area. Oh god, tentacle monster. That could actually kill me this time. I don't know if you can kill the tentacle monster. I don't think you can. Let me just try running. No. Okay, it's got distracted somewhere else. I can't take that route back. It's a large explosive box. It's a new one. How large an explosion does that make, do you reckon? That's a reasonable explosion. I wonder whereabouts in progress that would actually appear. Is that next to bomb carts and such? No, it's next to summon eggs and all that. Also makes sense. No, I'm not going to go down there. I don't think I can handle a mage. More triplicate bolts. Is it a better wand? It's got an amazing amount of mana regen. I'll take it over this one, surprisingly enough. And we've got Pete. Celtic polymorphine. I can't go down there because there's a robot. Tentacle monsters up there, so I guess down here. There's fireworks. They can be good. I mean, that's a lot of damage I can get off of them. I think I'll have to leave it though. Standard polymorphine potion. That can definitely replace the mud potion I've got. Although I just need to get rid of some enemies first. I can't get hit even once. Polymorphine potion is gone. I've got 1 health. Oh god, I'm almost dead. I had max health reduced though. I didn't notice until I jumped in that portal. I was concentrating. Thanks for the save, Luna. I very much appreciated that. Anyway, from here, what do I want to do? Which one's got the lowest castaways? Recharge time I need to care about, that's all. I do this. That should do for digging. Can I work a second one in? I can't work a second one in, no. Who am I kidding? Is this better or worse? Yeah, I'm not noticing any difference here, I'll be honest. We do have an angry Steve though. Mighty ducks appear down there. Okay, that's Steve on his way. Steve on his way. My best chance will be using this statue. There we go. Managed to time that just right. Feel bad for Steve. Yeah, that couldn't have been any better timed if I'd tried any harder. That duck fall down? It did. Does that mean I get an easy duck? I'd hope so. Okay, this is going to be an odd fight. I need to get rid of this missile thing. Then I can get rid of the duck. Ooh, that did not go well. There we are. There goes the duck with a bunch of alchemic precursor potions. Is that alchemical precursor potions and just potions of pure gold? It's lovely. What more could I ever want? That duck was a blessing. That's not something I expected to say today. Can I pick up this duck yet? No, I can't. Why is there so much draft Midas? Give me a minute, I'm just gonna pick up some. Yeah, these ghosts have been made more powerful. Yeah, this is worse than GameStop. Or GameStop stocks even is what I meant to say. Ah, hey Fear, I got awfully lucky. Look at all this draft of Midas. How you doing anyway, Fear? You doing all good? I'll show you something fun that's happening with the stream today because of an update we did to Experimental Branch. We don't know what some things are. Look at these lovely spells as examples. What do they do? No one knows. Like, some of these are fine, then you just got other ones which aren't. They just don't say anything. Is there a way to fix it at all? Like, do you know? Because while it's all good and fun, it's not great. Yeah. Sadly, one of the things that I don't know what it does is one of the new things, this. Like, from what I understand, it's like the little dandelion seeds you get, which hover in the air and then explode after so long. You say it's useless, If you get some homing on it, then it's amazing, I found. Because it just creates a projectile which will then follow after enemies. Like, you'll be able to look back in the VOD of this later on if you want. And you'll find how my first run ended, which I'm sure will annoy you as much as it did me. Matter Eater flies. How would Matter Eater and flies work? Okay, I'm gonna quickly head up to the mountain again. I'm not that far down from it. Let's fix these together. I've fallen down. Wait for levitation, then I can get back up. Oh yeah, I didn't take my perk either, did I? Oil blood, there we go. Fire immunity. So, Matter Eater flies that are actually ducks. That did about as much as I thought it would. Mostly useless, but that could work out. I still think the flies are completely useless. But I'll keep them around. It could be fun. Anyway, I think I've gotten all the gold I'll be needing. Can't see myself running low on it anytime soon. I will still take the giant piles of it when I come across them though. Now, do I just head down and grab wands as I go? I mean, I can grab stuff from shops without much to worry about really. It looks like the ghosts have changed the spell they're using to what is normally their spell. Maybe the ghosts now get buffed depending on how far down you are. Also, that was painful. Got a snowman. I couldn't resist kicking off the head of him. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. Let's get some health. Oh, did you miss out on your cheese? Poor fear. It's the only thing you came along for. Oh, that's not nice. I think I have to do this against him. I'm so sorry, Steve. I don't want to be murdering you this way every time. It's just you're not leaving me much of a choice. Oh, has cheese come back again? No, that's not come back. It's just you're talking about me cheesing the boss. It didn't really go quite according to plan, as you can see up there. Anyway, what? Okay, I could just break it now. I could take Angry Ghost and hope they haven't fixed it. Yeah, as fast as that fires, I now get to fire even more in the way of just empty spells. I put that on there, maybe? Yeah, that could go well. What if I try this? We need to fire it a few times first. There we go. He only fires one projectile out of that, interestingly enough. One thing I do want to try is how does this work? They come back to me. Alright. Are they damaging each other or are they drowning in the blood? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, I've got oil blood. Yeah, I don't need to worry about that. I keep forgetting about oil blood. Now I'm stuck with this useless one. At the very least, you can get some more alcohol going. Let's see, what one's going to be useful for me? Let's save this one. I've got my angry ghosts just launching flies. Come on, Mr. Ghost, copy something useful, please. Is there any use for these flies? Like, could you put Withering Curse on them and give them homing, maybe? Like, that could potentially do something useful. It also does appear, though, that my ghost's the only one making flies. Ah, no, you can't tell me to do that, Fear. Now I have to do it. I don't want to just get murdered by acid flies. You despicable man. I cannot believe you. You know I give in to peer pressure easily. Oh, this is interesting. Fly Gatling gun. I don't think he will stop with the flies until the flies time out, potentially. Like, what he does is he copies nearby projectiles. So, let's say a projectile nearby would be dynamite from him. He'd potentially throw a dynamite. The flies counting as a projectile though, technically they're never disappearing. Also, that's always cast spells to power. That's horrible as a wand for everything else. Look at that mana charge speed, but I could get some kind of free spell. I've got 2 ducks. 2 ducks can make that cost 5 mana. It's not good enough. Oh, I don't want to pass it up. I really don't. But that mana charge speed is going to be the death of me. Oh, does a square barrier count as multiple projectiles? And yeah, he's not stopping with flies. Kinda want spells to power just to get rid of them. Like, listen to this mess of sound. I've turned it down for stream just because Noita's become a lot more just loud noises in recent times. I mean, I'm not gonna live it down if you tell me not to. I'm gonna die. I don't like it. I have to take it. I have to take it. It's not even peer pressure at this point, I'm pressuring myself. Always cast auto aim. No. That's not useful. Statue back at the start's not going to help me. So sadly, Mr. Steve, get nuked, my friend. The gods are apparently a bit angry about that. The gods don't know what to say. Oh yeah, I've experienced you, Steve. He was a recurring character in the everything run I had going. Oh god, he was fun when you had a powerful wand. He would not be in any other situation. I found explosion immunity, but there's also just whatever this is. I found 2 mushroom perks today, but none of them have descriptions. Anyway, say hello to my new wand. Let's just take that off quickly. I'll save 4 of them. Expanding sphere can be nice. Turns fungus blood into slime. Alright, like, there's a second one I came across as well though. Now, I should not ever fire this one. I really want to, but I shouldn't. Mana drain of 70, damage of 75, extra cast delay. I can't justify taking that as a main spell. Any of these ones better spell wise? Energy orb I could justify. Oh, I could fire into lava pits. That's certainly an idea. Do I want energy orb? It's got decent damage. It's not the most expensive either. I mean, I've got my digging sorted. I've got a lovely digging wand there. No, I'm just gonna have to keep going. Now, I'm afraid to use my digging wand, so I'm just going to run away. Okay, this seems like a good testing ground. Yeah, it does about what I thought it would. How far down? Where's the ground? Here's the ground. Oh, the thing I'm worried about is the guy, not the guys, bits of debris falling on my head. Apart from that, everything should be fine. If I could get toxic immunity now, that would be perfectly fine. Recharge is really slow on this. I forgot that's not always cast if nukes did. Is it extra recharge time or cast delay? I can't remember. I need to drop it for a second to give it a quick read. That's not a good enough one to justify taking. But that's a really good point actually. It's always cast. The more spells I have in there, the better it does. I shouldn't be allowed this kind of power. I really shouldn't. I mean, you've seen what I've done with it already. Is that what I want? Not particularly. I shouldn't be allowed immunity. I mean, immunity is fine normally. It just means you've got a better chance at surviving. Okay, I thought that was swamp water. It was apparently toxic sludge. See if random. Have they fixed the random so it's truly random? Yeah, we can get whiskey now. Lovely. Dragon Cave, here it is. Ouch. I forgot I had Angry Ghost who copies my nukes. I've got Angry Ghost who copies my nukes. Mr. Angry Ghost, I've got a plan. You see, if I make an empty wand, like the wand I've already got, after casting my nukes, I should, in theory, have infinite nukes. That looks like infinite nukes. At a much more reasonable pace. At the small cost of having absolutely no frames. Only downside is I'm pretty sure the dragon's immune to explosion damage. Let's find out. Yeah, immune to explosion damage. He takes the contact damage, that's it. Where'd you go? I'm assuming you went back into Dragon Cave, but I'm almost dead. Yeah, there we go. I think that run went well despite dying and not actually achieving anything. I knew he was immune to explosion damage. I don't know why I went to fight him. That was a terrible plan if I wanted to keep it going. It's got Acceleratium, Energy Sphere and Magic Missile. That's an odd combination to start with. Alright, I'm going to see if I can actually get a proper run going this time. I'm going to stop going for like the more memey spells. That will almost definitely result in me dying. Chaotic Polymorphine. I'll take that. It's particularly good early on. It means I'm able to avoid triggering the little earthquake thing at the end of the magic temple. Or holy mountain. Keep calling it magic temple for some reason. I've got magic missile, that's not going to help here. I understand the memes, but one thing I will say is it appears that voting stops. Where's the voting gone? There we go. Should back again now. Pheromone potion. I'll just burst that open. Everyone knows I need all the help I can get in that front. Ah, alright. Have fun, Fuke. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Better than chaotic polymorphine. Oh, what are you doing? Ah, healing boosts. It's actually a gift. I thought for a second you were being sarcastic, but you're actually being kind. I very much appreciate that. Well, I'll see you around then, Fuke. I'll message you later about what my plans are for tomorrow, so I've got an idea. Yeah, see you, Fuke. Now, is Luna still here? Let's quickly check. I think Luna's still here. We're still hanging around in the chat. I think we might have just stopped voting for now. So back to random votes it is. I've got a wand here. Protected by a somewhat nasty looking guy. Seems he's stuck in there though, so I'll leave him alone. Has that left them all dead? I'd imagine it has. Oh, and it's a worm. Very speedy worm at that. It's an odd one. Do they keep their initial speed once they become a worm? Or something? From polymorph? Because usually those little guys, they move very quickly but in short bursts. Which is what makes them somewhat hard to predict and everything. So it would make sense that his speed would stay if he changes. But I hadn't actually thought of that being a thing before. Okay, I might use a matching missile on him, he's just in an odd spot. There we go. I can slightly dislodge his body, that'd be nice. But yeah, I think Luna has disappeared for the time being. Green slimy metal. Allegedly a thing that exists as a material in this. Is this going to be my new wand for fighting? It's got good attack speed. They cost slightly less than my energy orbs. What about damage actually? Alright, energy sphere does melee damage. So I'm weird at that. Damage per slice is normally on, like, chainsaw and such. So I hadn't thought it'd be an energy orb. Or is it energy sphere, this one? Energy sphere. to explosions? Or is he just taking less damage when you hit him in the body? Not sure, but I'm not chasing after him in there. Come on, Mr. Worm. Won't you just die for me, please? Not asking much. Oh, he's caught in fire for a second there. I should be in now dead. And didn't drop any health. That's a shame. Now I've got a decent base one to use. Don't have the best of spells. I'll need to see. This run might turn into something good. Oh, weakened ones. I hate weakened ones so much. Left it on because people wanted all the vote options. Very much might turn it back off though. Because this wand has just become unusable. This wand is no longer good. I don't need any arrows spare. Okay, that'll do. It's not all that good, but it'll do. Did not mean to pick up that health. Oh no, we've changed chainsaw. Chainsaw now costs a mana. I mean, it was a bit broken before, but have we changed anything else then? Not settings, progress. Where would it be? Digging bolts. Now, digging bolts still are fine. Chainsaw, it's fair enough, it can deal damage, you've made it cost mana. It's an interesting one though. Oil blood, I'll take that for fire immunity. And I guess I'll take this drill for timer. Got polymorphine, I'll need to remember to use this so I can escape. There we go. Now I just hang around here for a second. I think my next step will be when I call it quits for us. Because I have a feeling this run might go on for a little while. I mean, if I die within the next 5 minutes, I'll do another one, but not going to put in enough effort for just half an hour of streaming to get a proper run, I didn't think. Alright, so fungal caverns. That guy died in the zone. I don't particularly care much for his money, it's in toxic sludge. That's just a crate, that's not a barrel. Can't believe it, the game always lies to me like that. Yeah, I'll be up here. Lovely. There's a wand in the wall. I don't think I've got any reasonable way to get in there. But it might be in that pool of water. Never mind, I can't use that one. I have no digging capabilities right now. Do I need to just go up and around, I guess? Not the best. Oh, a new one. Perfect. I need literally anything at this point. Does that have any digging power? Minuscule amount. I don't need a lot, I just need to get into there. Not enough? Yeah, there we are. Run out of healing ghosts as well. Glowing lance with water trail occasionally. Alright. That can do damage. Back in business almost. Why am I staying away from the fire? Okay, I can still get damaged by the explosion from this, so I do need to be a bit careful. And we have Death Cross. It's better than a wand I can't use. Not by much though. And now the anime portals have gone, let's make my way through. I'm aware it's not anime, I just don't want to risk getting banned on Twitch. Not sure what words are and aren't allowed, I've not quite read up on all of it. Okay, this digs through softer materials. Does not consider that to be a softer material, but can dig through it somewhat anyway. Let's just drip water. Does that put out fires? No. Is it just like a watering can then to make the fungal spores and that grow? Maybe. Okay, there's someone with a wand. Managed to get them. Anything decent on it? It's just Splatterbolt, but it's got a good mana regen. Say goodbye to that one now. That served its purpose of getting a small amount of digging done. Yeah, this one's surprisingly good. Might have been selling it short earlier, the glowing lance. It's a lot of damage. What's the recharge in this? Just shy of 100. I didn't think it'd be quite so good at keeping itself up. I'm pleasantly surprised by that, that's good. It's the best kind of surprise in Noita. Okay, that's Plasma Beam Orbital. I don't think it's something I particularly want. Scatter goals, lovely. I should be able to pick that up. There we go. It seems they did fix it, it no longer doubles your gold. What's this fancy looking wand? It's terrible as well as it is. Yeah, I can't fight against Slaughterman. I'll try and get my way to those ones over there. I might just die here though, if I'm not lucky. Keep firing until I'm no longer blind. Enemy making his way up to me. Just fire in his direction. Okay, I'm able to see again. Can I get into here? Not particularly well. Does Death Cross do it? It does. It can do digging. Got this spell again. It's a good wand apart from the recharge time. Do I want it? Sure. I think I might be dead here though. I've got 1 health left. Okay, I'm somehow alive. I do have fire immunity, so don't worry about that. Okay, I need to be extremely careful, make my way out. I might be a bit quieter for a short while. This guy was not a fun person to come across. Should be able to take him out. Just need to be on the careful side still, yeah. Always cast. Where's that been added? Added there, it's a summon. Summon rock guy is actually quite decent in my opinion. Can't say I'm too disappointed about that. Okay, that was a close one. It's twice now I've been left on 1 health. None of those spells are worthwhile. I don't reckon this is going to last too long. I'll take the new perk. I'll just need to see what that does. Got the same icon as the spell, where is it? I never used Water Trail before, apparently not. There's a spell, there is. Prickly Spore Pause. Not quite the same, it looks similar. I'm thinking it might just create those out of something that exists in the world. Earthquake I don't need. How does this work? Okay, it just explodes the man. This could genuinely be my best one to use offensively right now. Yeah, it seems to be doing relatively decent against those fish. What does this do? Okay, that arc doesn't particularly do much. Those things just exist for a short while. I'm hoping they can be good, I remember seeing before this stream. Don't think it's something I'm all that wanting to rely on though. And here we are. Yeah, prickly spore pod. Zack spell was talking about just a moment ago. It does look similar to that. Whatever perk it is. Even know what it's called. Whoa. It did something. It did create a prickly spore pod. I don't have any way to do that. Earth is this doing? When I get close to enemies? Or does it turn enemy corpses into it? If it turns corpses into it, that could make sense of what I've been seeing. Also fires when things are close by, seemingly. Is it close by or is it when I was near this blood and such? Don't know. It does create a small amount of weird fungus, however. Worth keeping in mind. I did not mean to eat snow. That was not a smart idea. Okay, when I'm near an enemy, it seems to just put out the little spikes. It's an interesting one. Wait a minute. When I fire this while near an enemy, do these just follow enemies anyway? They do. I'm quite fond of this spell, you know. Just slows down when it actually gets close to them. The fact that these block projectiles also makes it somewhat handy. I did see one of those like spore pod things appear on it. On it, of course, being the one that would die horribly here. It being the little dandelion seed looking thing. Yeah, I got murdered. Well, I think I'll probably call the stream there. It's been good. If no one's going to be watching, I'm not really bothered enough to keep going at the moment. I do a lot of shorter streams recently. Don't know why, maybe I'm getting out the real swing of things. Might just be because there's less people showing up, who knows. But for now anyway, I'm going to call it there. So if anyone's watching the VOD, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, or evening, or whatever it is, and I'll see you again sometime in the future, hopefully. Bye for now.